The stars disappeared without warning. It happened just after midnight in the town of Lorne's Hollow, a quiet Appalachian village where stargazing was more common than television. The sky simply went dark, not cloudy, not moonless, but empty. No pinpricks of light, no satellites, no Milky Way. At the edge of town, Dr. Elias Wren, a retired astronomer from Miskatonic University, was the first to notice. He had stepped outside to calibrate his old telescope when he realized there was nothing to calibrate to. He stared up in disbelief, his breath frosting in the unnatural cold that had settled over the hollow. With trembling fingers, he double-checked his equipment. Power surged, optics intact. The sky was simply gone. Throughout the next day, fear crept through the townsfolk. Power lines hummed oddly, as if overloaded with unseen tension. Radio signals hissed with static. Animals fled the woods, clustering near houses in trembling silence. Children refused to sleep, complaining of a low sound humming from the sky like a distant, hungry breath. Elias began scanning with longer exposure settings, layering infrared and ultraviolet filters. What he saw froze his veins, a dim, undulating mass blotting out the stellar backdrop. It wasn't the stars that had vanished, it was something that had moved between Earth and the cosmos, something so massive its approach had extinguished entire constellations from view. Its silhouette writhed against the spectrum, impossible geometry folding and unfolding like a living void. At 3:13 a.m., the hum became a throb, felt in the bones rather than heard. People poured into the streets, staring upward into blackness that now seemed to press down. Then, the sky moved. A curve of something vast and glistening shifted overhead. Not a ship, not a cloud, something alive. The stars hadn't just been hidden, they had been consumed. From the center of the void, an eye opened. Not a human eye, not even an animal's. It was an absence, like a puncture in the fabric of vision itself. Everyone saw it, though none could describe it. Some fell to their knees, some screamed, some simply vanished, their outlines smearing like shadows in bright light. Elias whispered the name he'd read only once, in a forbidden text during his university days. Tog Vaneth, the intercessor between worlds. Then came the sound. No ear could interpret it. It bypassed the senses and unfurled in the mind like rock. Elias dropped to the ground, clutching his head, hearing thoughts that weren't his. Visions of a world folding inside him, of galaxies unraveling like string, of Earth not ending, but being unmade. And then, silence. The sky returned all at once. The stars blinked back into place, artificial in their normalcy. The hum ceased. The cold lifted. In the following days, the people of Lorne's Hollow refused to speak of what happened. Half the town was gone. Those who remained moved away quietly, or sat for hours staring at the stars, waiting. Elias never touched his telescope again. He boarded up his observatory and painted his windows black. On his final night, he wrote only one thing in his journal. It saw us, and it blinked.